Hi guys! In this video you'll see how the actors of the TV series Sister Sister 1994-1999 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Liza Landry was in a relationship with Ray and later married Victor Sims. She is a good mother for her child, albeit not a biological one, for whom she spares no time and can provide support. She strives to keep her promises. The role is played by Jackie Harry. Ray Campbell, Team Raid, owns his own limousine repair business and is involved in raising Tamara. He is quite well read, can think deep and has a serious approach to business. Can go overboard in raising his daughter, not giving her the freedom she needs. Tyreek Scott was Ray's mechanic and also has an active romantic interest in Tia Landry. He knows how to work physically, but also has a good mental activity, differs in attentiveness, and is also able to think about the needs of others, played by Ron Lee. Jordan Bennett has been friends with Tyreek for a long time. He can be adamant in many situations, tries to defend his position, and is not afraid to engage in discussions. He is not known for his patience and may do rash things. He was played by Dion Richmond. Roger Evans, Marcus Houston, is one of the twin sisters' neighbors for whom he had a romantic interest but not mutual. He can show friendliness and determination, but can also be somewhat intrusive. He has a good voice and can sing a song without any problems. Diavian attends the same college as Tamara and has also been friends with her. She is quite cheerful, not stupid, but calculus causes her certain difficulties. It's difficult for her to properly build relationships with men. The role is played by Alexis Fields. Terrence was in a serious relationship with Liza Landry, whom he also wanted to marry. He doesn't show aggressiveness, is extremely independent, but also has a somewhat zealous nature and sometimes is capable of pretense. The role is played by Dorian Wilson. Denise Mondella maintains good friendship with both Tamara and Tia. She has a tendency to be independent in some moments and has even gone to work at the Rocket Burger establishment. At times she can take some information too seriously. Played by Anna Slotky. Steve was a good friend of the twin sisters and was also part of Roosevelt Highs. He somewhat fits the typical stereotype of athletes and places more emphasis on playing basketball than learning subjects. Not inclined to discrimination. Played by Steve Monroe. Ernie was equally friendly with Tamara and Tia. He has good academic performance in subjects and is not used to refusing to help a friend. He is distinguished by his creative nature, which he realized by participating in a drama circle. Played by Harvey Lowe Jr. Rhonda is listed as a student at the same school that Tamara attends. She actively uses her status as a popular girl, can quite force a person to act in her interests, and is far from being kind to many, often resorting to ridicule. Played by Bianca Lawson. Vivica Shaw, Rolanda Watts, was romantically involved with Ray, but had a mutual dislike for Tamara. She often shows herself to be deceptively good in order to interest and retain a man, but in reality is prone to cheating. Clark is the manager of Bookham and Tia Landry's direct superior. He is extremely demanding, can often make caustic comments, and has a superficial attitude toward the female sex, often discriminating against them. The role is performed by Christopher Reid. Patrice is closely related to Darnell and also has a good relationship with Liza Landry. She is not one of the modest and is not afraid to show her temper to others. Like her friend, she has some traits and can annoy others. The role is played by Vernie Watson. Victor Sims Richard Lawson, is married to Lisa and is also involved in raising Tia. He's not slow, is able to make quick decisions, and is not intimidated by certain obligations to his family. He's able to provide for himself as well as his loved ones. Simon Flosser, Rachel Harris, is one of the students at the University of Michigan and was also Diane's roommate. She can get along well with everyone, and for some people her character is somewhat peculiar and even repulsive. Tries not to miss classes. Sean got along well with Tamara and Tia for a while. She is quite emotional and can be a bit difficult to control her facial expressions. Sean is not prone to pretense and is not particularly vulnerable. Has a radiant smile. She was played by Gabrielle Union. Charles Wesley Jonathan is temporarily moonlighting as a pizza delivery boy and has shown a romantic interest in one of the twin sisters. He has a rather liberated nature, is not afraid to seem silly, and can be cocky at times. He's smiling and loves to dance. Grandpa Campbell is related by blood to Ray, with whom he has a difficulty building a normal relationship. He is a gambler, tries to be understanding and genuinely helps his granddaughter. Played by Sherman Hemsley, who died of SVCS in 2012. Mike Jamil Walker-Smith is listed as a student at Roosevelt High, which Tia also attended. He maintains a friendship with Roger and treasures it, trying to be supportive when needed. He cares about school problems, but he doesn't forget to have fun either. Steve works in the manager's position of Rocket Burger. He can be annoying at times, but strives for total dedication in his work moments and demands the same from his employees to the fullest extent. He's not without empathy. Played by Victor Toggans. Marlon, like Tia Landry, attends Roosevelt High. He's athletic, thinks the hockey and has the humorous nature. But he doesn't know the measure, and not infrequently his jokes are offensive to other students. Likes to flirt with girls sometimes. Played by Aaron Lord. Chad McGrath, Greg Pitts, is a student at the university that Jordan was also enrolled in and with whom he lived for some time in a hostel. For him, the main priority is sports and relationships with girls. Tends to underestimate others and can be somewhat violent. Nadine has a fine taste, is able to present herself correctly, and is not prone to arrogant behavior. She knows how to navigate quickly, and when her acquaintances need help, she tries not to stay away. Loves to visit. The role is played by B.B. Smith. Martha Hicks, Patricia Belcher, holds the position of an advisor and can often speak in public, and is also invited to television. She is not distinguished by an insensitive nature, but rather sweet and friendly with others. Has a well-delivered speech. Sammy is not overly naive, but still he believes in some miracles, including the existence of Santa Claus, from whom he desperately wanted to ask for what he had long dreamed of, a monopoly. He can be quite single-minded in his convictions. Played by Taj Mowry. Sean Chaz Lamar Shepard interacts well with other students, including getting along well with Tia Landry and Tamara Campbell. He's an average teenager who doesn't particularly stand out, but also tries to keep up with others and attends school events. Mattie is a good friend of Ray who visits him. She has a sense of humor and can make fun of others. She can embroider quite well and sometimes likes to drink a glass of alcohol to relax. Played by Esther Scott, who died of a heart attack in 2020. Tonya works in a local establishment as a waitress, where she met Ray Campbell. She's a confident and quite liberated girl who loves to dance and is able to convey all the sensuality in doing so. Distinguished by her cheerfulness, she was played by Kelita Smith. Tamara Campbell as Tamara Mowry-Hardrict, is Ray's adopted daughter and Tia's sister. She has a lively personality and often tries to help Tia, which sometimes only makes things worse. Not inclined to spend a lot of time studying. Tia Landry is Tamara's only sister. She is not prone to deceit, has a rather adult look at many situations, and pays the necessary attention to her studies. However, with attention from guys, she can become more flighty. The role is played by Tia Mowry-Hardrict. Keith, Brian McKnight, is involved in teaching, and one of his students was Tia Landry, who was romantically interested in him. He specializes in mathematical analysis, knows how to clearly present his material, and is characterized by a display of fidelity. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.